I'm delighted to say, joining us is Florian Modlinger from Heuer Porsche Formula E team. Welcome to you, Jerome D'Ambrosio from the ROKiT Venturi Racing, and Thomas, don't know how to pronounce it? Chevaucher from Techeetah. I'll get used to it as the season progresses. So, Florian, first of all, to you, welcome to Rome. This is, of course, your first FIA Formula E Championship press conference. You've been around for some time now. An amazing weekend last time out in Rome. What was different then, or did everything just come together perfectly?
First of all, welcome everybody, and I think it was Mexico, not Rome, but yeah, it was
a
great success in the last race. And it was hard work. We started into the season in Saudi Arabia not on the best, and then after the first race overnight, we worked quite hard on our weaknesses. And then we further improved for Mexico, and there all the work which was done in the past and the good days we had came together and made this result possible.
Were there any changes that you made going into that race, or was it simply that processes that had been in place were now all working together?
I think we brought everything together, all little details, and the changes we started to make were already in Saudi Arabia, from race 1 in Riyadh to race 2 overnight. There were the biggest changes done, and these changes then were also in detail further improved for Mexico. And then in Mexico all came together.
How special was it, a moment for you and the team? Obviously, you'd been in a similar position where it hadn't worked out with necessarily a podium at the end. So how special was this moment?
Yeah, for sure. If you can in such a championship with this level of competitors and competitiveness achieve such a result with a 1-2 was amazing for the whole team. And you could see in the faces of everybody. They were happy, they were lucky, and a lot of pressure was released, and this was a great experience.
And as I mentioned, this is your first time here at one of these press conferences in your role, but you've been in the Formula E paddock for some time. What can you bring from your previous experience to your new position?
Yeah, first of all, it's the experience which I made and collected in the paddock the last years, and the individual skills of my person. And from what I see and how well I was integrated by the whole team, and how the team works on the professional level I expect, it's a good match.
Thank you very much. Now, Jerome, obviously big news for you yesterday with the confirmation that you are going to be joined by Maserati next season. How does it feel now that this is finally out in the open?
Well, I think, hello everyone, first of all. Well, it's a fantastic news for us, for the whole team. I think on the first point is obviously it's an iconic brand, an amazing brand, and that's a very exciting aspect of this partnership, and not only for us, but for the fans, for Formula E, for the whole ecosystem, to welcome such a brand in the championship. On the other side, I think it's also, and I have to thank all the guys in the team who have worked so hard over the past few years to bring the team to a level of competition which we've seen in the past few months. And I think the partnership also offers us the opportunity to continue on that, in that perspective of being a team that's going to be fighting at the front, fighting for victories, races, and hopefully for championships as well. And then something which is obviously something very important to us is not only about what you do, but how you do it. And we found a brand with whom we are very much aligned in terms of our core values, what we stand for. And this is important because that's something that we don't want to lose, and so partnering with such brands is important. So it's finding that performance, not compromising on performance, and at the same time doing it the way you believe is the right way to do it.
How much of a change, how disruptive or how beneficial is it changing powertrain or changing your supplier, your partner, at a point in the series where now it's World Championship and the stakes are so high, particularly now as you're sort of in a front-running position as well?
I think for us it's obviously a great timing. The current partner is not going to be with us in the future, next year. And then we've got the new car coming in. So it's obviously the perfect time with the new technology, with a completely different philosophy around the car design and so on, to jump in this new partnership, relationship, and try to make the most out of it.
So apart from the desire to win, what else are Maserati going to be bringing to you and the team?
Well, I think it's difficult to pinpoint just, you know, and give you a list of things just like this right now, but first of all, we said for the whole ecosystem, the brand. I think it's fantastic that such a brand is joining Formula E, and that's valid for the fans, that's valid for Formula E, that's valid for us. We believe that with Maserati we have a very strong partner that will be building a strong powertrain that will allow us to compete at the front. We want to remain one of the top team. And then, yeah, I think these are the main 2 points that obviously are very important to us. And then doing it in a way that is with a great integration, and this is what we already have seen in the past few months, speaking to them and discussing with them, we can see that it will be a great integration and it's going to be a very natural collaboration.
Thank you very much. Now, Thomas, also your first press conference in your new role. How has the adjustment been since the team's restructure was announced?
Hello everybody first. It's my first press conference. I'm very glad, honored to be there. There was quite a few adjustments that has been done since the beginning of the season, but as we said and as we discussed earlier in the season, it's really about structural change, but the operational side of it didn't change much. We had a very strong structure that made DS one of the most successful brands of Formula E. And that's definitely where we want to stay, and there is no reason to change significant things in the team, so that's really a change to have a better continuity that we're doing.
Now, it's been a mixed start for the team so far this season. Jeff, of course, won here last year, so are you confident of a repeat performance this weekend to sort of bring you back into contention?
We are not there with an excess of confidence, but we are definitely there with clear target. For sure, at the beginning of the season, we had some challenges on the 2 first races, but still I think we worked on it, and based on that, we had a very strong Mexico results as a team. Definitely a little bit behind our colleagues there, but it was still a very strong result. We do think that we still have a very good car that won there last year. We have 2 very strong drivers. So definitely we are there with a very clear target of performing.
You mentioned that you weren't super ambitious. Can you elaborate why? Is there anything that you think you should be working on, or that you want to focus more on moving into the season as it progresses?
You mean that we are not ambitious?
No. When I said, my first question was, it had been mixed. Are you expecting a repeat performance of the win? You said, not necessarily. That's
definitely what we are there, but in Formula E, you will never win a race before racing. So we are definitely there to get that win.
You are planning on? Yes, I see. Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. Does anybody have any questions here